Here
Validation station. Hello,
we go. Yeah.
that's the intro.
That was horrible. That was even worse than the first one we did. Yeah, alright.
Validation
Whatever.
station.
Hello. Welcome to the Validation Station. It's a podcast, and it's with me, Jones, and Ramsey, the ever
Hello.
so bright. Alright. You alright, mate?
I'm all right.
That's good.
Very well. I've had my two first days of uni
Yeah?
again now. These last 2 days.
How did that go?
It's cool, man. It's cool. I got to choose all my courses this year. No no shitty ones. So I kind of had my pick of the pole. Um, and I had like an orientation meeting today at the Institute of Psychology, and they were kind of presenting all the different courses. And because it's like, I don't know, six or something this semester, they had six presentations, and I could go after three because I'm only taking two courses at the institute. So when those were done, I just left. So I had a short day. It was just about like an hour or something.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
was
short days. You know what my day was today? It was go to class. Supposed to have a class like it's called like entrepreneurship and whatever, like the business side of things. It's like mandatory for a lot of students that goes to the shit I do. Like
mm,
yeah. So I study film production basically. If people didn't know that. But the thing was, once we came there, there was like the teacher. It was Greg Kurda, which shit, I shouldn't out him like that. It was yeah, just a random teacher. But I knew he wasn't supposed to teach that subject, you know.
yeah.
So once we all gathered there, um, he was like, "So what's going on? What are you all doing here?" And we was like, we're gonna have this class. What's going on?" And he phoned up the teacher, and he was like, yeah, this class doesn't start until next week. so so we was like, all right, that's it. We had 10 minutes of class, and then it was over. Yesterday we had our orientation thing, and it was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we're gonna have this thing, this class, and this class. Gonna start tomorrow. It's gonna be great. We're super serial this year and all that. And it was next day. It's like, nah, doesn't start yet. Just go
Mm,
home and do the thing.
nice. Nice.
But yeah,
I
so
had some.
no,
I
go
had
on.
some good news, like overall with the courses, because so I got a bit pissed yesterday because I had to buy the book for my uh,
Yeah,
introduction to neuroscience class, and it was like 619 crowns. That's just about $130, something like that.
yeah,
Um,
60 quid.
yeah, I don't know, and that's pretty expensive.
Yep.
And it's a big ass book, like 700 pages, and it's like the dimensions are like, I don't know, it barely fits in my backpack. It's like a hardcover book. It's like really
I picture you with the fucking smallest backpack ever conceived. You're just like
like
trying
it's
to
not
shove
like
this giant book down.
but it's like, I don't know. I don't like the book that
Have you
much.
seen Scrubs where he gets all sad because Carla calls Turk he's called his backpack like a woman's purse, and it's like the tiniest little thing. That's what I'm
Yeah.
picturing you going to school with. Just like
But anyway, so the point was, that's like really expensive. I'm used to buying books for like 400 crowns a piece
yeah.
or something like that. But I found out in my other two courses, I'm not going to have to buy any books because the teachers and shit, they provide all the reading material in the form of PDFs on the website and shit, so I can have it all on my computer and don't have to buy any books.
Fucking score. I think
That's
you
nice.
can probably do
And
that with the book you bought as well. Just download a PDF.
I searched for it, but I only found the third edition, and I have to have the fifth. And I like having books sometimes. Like I still have all my books from last year, because
Books don't judge you.
I mean, no, sometimes it's nice to have a book to like read up and shit. Because I'm
Yeah,
just walking over to my
just cuddling.
bookcase over here, and I have abnormal psychology, biological psychology, and yeah, those are the two books that really matter, I think. But I like reading in those because it's interesting stuff.
Yep.
But the other good news was that
Good
in one
news,
course,
everybody.
I'm not gonna have an exam. I'm just gonna have to write a report, and or I don't have to write a report, but the report is consistent of 3 essays I have to write throughout the year, throughout the semester. Because we are just gonna cover three main themes in the course, and after each, we've gone through each theme, we're gonna write an essay, or we have the opportunity to write an essay. But we could also wait until the end of the year to write all three, but that's just silly. And it's a pass-fail grading system, and the same is for the whole course. So it's not a letter grade or anything like that. It's not a letter mark. It's just pass-fail, and that's easy peasy.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's fucking awesome.
So now that everyone's all caught up with your exams.
Oh, one more good news
Oh
is
yeah. Okay.
the other course I'm not starting until the 11th of September.
Oh nice.
So it's another 2 weeks of not having to go to that
Yeah.
course.
We've started like pre-production. The whole half of this year is basically we're gonna produce a short movie. Which I think is gonna be alright. I'm not like a team leader this time around, which is like top because then I can just show up and stuff and not really have any like responsibility and
Yeah.
like the if all fails, it's not like my fault, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll probably talk more about it like when we do some more stuff with it. But basically, we have had like 2 meetings, and we've like decided on a theme, and it's kind of cool actually the way we like conceptualize the idea, if you know what I'm saying. It's that we just started with a theme. It was like it's gonna be dark. We want to make something dark and emotionally impacting, right? And
Yep.
then we just took that and just like started molding ideas out from that, which is like not really the sort of way I'm used to going about. It's but it worked. We had like some cool concept, not art, but like conceptual ideas of what we're gonna do with the story or whatever. And I think it's gonna be good. I think we have things in our minds and ideas, which it's gonna be good.
Sounds great. I mean, this is kind of the working progress process we're used to from school, I would say, because we get a task and like a themed task or something, and then we have to go from there instead of we get an idea and then we do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
But it was usually more specific though. It's like do this and do that. But now it was just like, yeah, just form a group, do the thing, and you're on your own. Good luck.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be we're gonna
And if you
have
don't decide on some kind of direction at the start, you're just gonna piss around for a long time. Just like, oh, we could do this and we could do that, but
yeah. I don't think we're doing that. I think we're just like going
you have
with
to
it.
put your foot down.
But we have like 2 teachers who's gonna like hold our hand through the process, and yeah. Actually, the thing they're constantly like pushing that this is gonna be a festival. We're gonna try and get our films into like film festivals and stuff, and then
Nice.
yeah, if we like win, then we get like street cred, and people will see
My
that,
um
and they'll be like, "Yo, come
my
and work for
stepsister
us."
was taking media, or she was on that media high school thing,
Yeah,
and I think they made short films sometimes, and one of hers uh, was entered into some kind of festival or like a small festival for that kind of amateur school children kind of films.
yeah.
Um, and I think she even won. I don't know, but she didn't won. She didn't win any
She won the
prizes.
school children media award.
I don't. Yeah, something like that.
Sounds
Is
prestigious.
that is that what you're going for? Like a just like a local festival
No,
or
I think we're like submitting to a lot of film festivals like Cosmorama in
yeah
Trondheim and
yeah.
like other in like Nordic film festivals. I
Are
think
we
they're gonna
gonna
send them all over the place.
are we gonna talk about
Six pack?
my uh, my um
Six
my
pack?
first time at a real festival?
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, we can do that.
We can do
But
that. I don't know. Can you hear the scissors?
the scissors? Are you doing arts and crafts? What the
no,
fuck?
I got my semester card today.
And you're cutting
Fucking
it up.
finally, because I was going to buy some. I was gonna fill up my bus card, right? My
Oh
bus
yeah,
pass,
yeah, sure.
and um, I was gonna do it on a Saturday, and then I checked. Oh, but don't they close like really early on a Saturday? So I
Yeah,
checked, and they close at 3, and it was a quarter to 3. So it was like, no,
just ran
not
out
gonna
the
happen
door.
today. And I thought like because I wasn't sure if we were starting Monday or not. So on a Saturday, you have to go to the train station to fill up your card. So I went to the train station, and I thought I was almost too late, but I was wrong about the time, so they had another half an hour um, of uh, of time. And when I
Before they
got there, I
close.
said like, okay, I want to fill it up for like 3 months. I'm a student, okay, and you have to show the your fucking student ID.
Yeah,
So I did that, and she checked the back for the semester card, and it was last year's semester, uh, and that's still valid until the 31st of August. So I thought it was okay, but because the time I was buying was beyond that, she was
oh,
like, "Oh, you have to somehow prove that you're accepted for this year, that you're a student this year." So she was like, "You have to show me that you've paid for." Your semester fee.
yeah,
And I was like, you mean on the phone? And she was like, yeah. So I had to, I had to turn on my internet because I have that turned off because I don't use the phone to browse the internet or anything.
yeah,
Um, so that took like 5 minutes. She ended up helping people who were behind me in the queue, while I stood like at the side and like tried to find that shit out. Then I finally got to the fucking website. And my phone is like tiny. It's one of the like really tiny smartphones from Samsung.
sure.
And I finally got into the student web thingy, and found my fucking uh, my page and everything. And then it said there, your fee isn't paid yet. But I paid it like 3 days before,
Yeah,
but it hasn't registered yet. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Just I'm gonna buy it 2 weeks, okay? Because that's until the end of August. So, and I'm gonna pay it when I have my new card. So yeah, just do that.
yeah.
And it was like, Jesus,
Was it a lot more expensive or?
it's not that much more expensive. I mean, I would have saved a couple hundred crowns if I bought 3 months there and then. But whatever.
Yeah.
Ah, it doesn't matter. But now I have the fucking card, and it's all good.
So, my birthday was yesterday, right?
Uh, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Uh, oh shit, you're right. What?
Yeah.
That's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah, 2 days. 2 days ago. Now I was stuck in a mindset of having the podcast the day after. But yeah, whatever. So my birthday was yesterday, 2 days ago, and I didn't really tell anyone because I don't really like having my birthday, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been in that situation before where I'm the first day of school and I'm the kid who has the birthday.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it's pretty fucking usual to school starting at like the 18th or the 20th, something
yeah,
around that. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, my birthday's on the 18th. So so I didn't really tell anyone, and the day went by, whatever, and because it's part of the first week of university, so all the students usually go out drinking and stuff. It's probably it's a common thing in Norway to do that. I
Yep.
don't know about like other countries, but that's what we
I
do
mean,
here.
not in America because they're not old enough.
Yeah, fucking wankers. Um, anyway, but then I decided to tell some people, right? I told like this one bird who I was sitting with just because I don't know, didn't have anything to talk about, so I was just, yeah, it's my birthday, and she was like, oh, happy birthday, oh, and that was kind of nice, and then uh, the night went on, so um. It was like a bar to bar thing where we started at one bar and then went on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the third and last bar, because it's Steinkjer, it's not that many fucking bars. Um, I actually told some random chick, right? Because that at that point I was kind of drunk, and I was just like, yeah, just keep it to yourself. It's kind of a secret, you know. And she was like, oh, that's so nice. And then she, without skipping a beat, she just like turned around to everybody at the table that we were sitting on. And it was like, oh, it's Jonas's birthday today. And I was just like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? So I just ran away from that, right? So no, literally, I just ran away, just like a fucking speeding bullet out of that room, because it's just something about the attention of just like being the birthday kid. I mean, it's not really that difficult having a birthday and getting fucking recognition for that. But yeah, anyway, so
My problem was always like it's some kind of everyone has a kind of an expectation that this day is something special to you,
yeah,
and you have
exactly.
to be like super excited and happy about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not.
It's
It's
just like,
just
yay, I survived
just another
another
day.
year. Way. So so anyway, when I returned, right, she was standing at the bar, just like looking at me, and I was just like, okay, well, what is going on? Because that I kind of like almost forgotten the whole thing, you know. And
Mm.
then she's just like, she turns to the barmaid and says, "All right, do the thing, right?" And I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell is going to happen now?" And the music stopped. Everybody just turned around and looked at me, and she fucking screams, all right, it's Jones's birthday. Everybody, let's sing the song. And I was just like, oh no, no, no. So I'm standing there, fucking in the middle of the bar, and having everybody sing the birthday song to me. And I'm not gonna. It was like I had mixed feelings. All right, it was such like I was just like, uh, it was kind of alright, just like having that feeling, I guess, but I wouldn't do it again. And it was, yeah, I don't know, yeah, whatever. And anyway, three, but the rest of the night, people came up to me and was like, "Oh, it's your birthday." I had no idea. And at that point, people started buying me drinks.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is kind of alright. People buy me drinks and all that. So I didn't like pay for any of my drinks the rest of that night. Which
Isn't it usually the birthday kid or whatever who has to buy everyone a drink?
yeah,
Isn't that more?
I wouldn't do that. But yeah, so that was kind of alright. A lot of people kissed me though. Not like any cute girls or anything, just like guys and stuff. And I was just
Yeah,
like,
of
oh,
course.
okay, that's nice. Thank you. But so that was that was like my night, I guess.
Mm.
And I woke up with a massive
My
hangover.
my grandpa, my mum's dad,
Yeah,
um, he has also, uh, he was also born on the 18th, so that's why I kind of remember.
yeah,
Because, but I didn't call him because I I don't have his number.
yeah.
Uh, but I thought about it, and my mom's in France, in Lyon at the moment, and I I kind of thought about like asking my older sister, like, are we gonna call granddad? But I didn't ask
Yeah,
her, and she, I don't know, she wouldn't have called him on her own, I think. Uh, because I don't know, he's like he's retired right now, and he's kind of traveling around, and you never know where he is and shit. And he's not good with technology. I think he has like one of those old people telephones, like they make actual mobile phones for old people with like big ass not screens but
numerical
buttons and
pads.
shit.
Yeah,
Uh, the screens are like they're like specially made so you have like clear vision of the and the fucking text is like the biggest font possible on the phone so that they can read everything. And it's super simple setup with like, oh, you just have your telephone book and your contacts, and you can call and you can write messages, but that's it,
yeah.
nothing else. Yeah, he has one of those, I think.
That's nice.
And he's not good with that either, because I think he turns it off when he doesn't use it. Like if he wants to call someone or write a text message or something, he turns it on and then he turns it off again when he's done.
Yeah.
So he's not reachable a lot of the time.
No, but how many pressing matters do you need to take up with your
No, I
granddad?
don't think he would have like cared a lot if he would have called him. Yeah.
No,
But anyway.
I get that. I never remember your birthday because you don't have Facebook, and you're always in fucking
Doesn't it
Germany.
say on Skype?
You're like in Germany every time.
Yeah, because it's summer.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Speaking of which, fucking Segway master.
For,
Uh,
if any of the listeners are wondering, I have my birthday's on the 28th of July. Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
mark your calendar,
yeah.
listeners.
I have expectations for next year.
Fucking
Um, yeah, that's kind of cool to have your birthday in the middle of summer because I never had like people sing to me at school
yeah, it's the
stuff.
fucking worst,
But
mate. It's the fucking
do you
worst.
remember in like grade school or something when we I think there was a time after a summer holiday where like the teacher decided no, we have to sing for everyone who had whose birthday is in
Yeah,
summer.
they do that. They
Yeah.
do that sometimes.
So they had to sing for like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah,
Something.
we actually we actually did that as well a couple of times, but then they realized it was just dumb, so we just stopped doing that. But yeah, so summer's over. It's raining outside, kind of
Yeah,
grey.
Jesus. I was just thinking about it yesterday because when I came back the 1st of August, and it was like, oh, it's still summer because it's fucking warm outside. I can go outside in shorts and just a t-shirt, and it's like it's still summer. And then now school started, and it's cold, and I have to go outside with a jacket because it's raining, and it's like it's not summer anymore. It's fucking autumn, and like, Jesus.
Yeah, kind of upset about that, are
So
you?
like as soon as school starts, it's not summer anymore, and you can't go to class in like shorts and shit.
No.
So it's depressing as fuck.
Yeah,
I think
I don't really mind.
I really like it when it's warm.
Yeah,
Like
I kind of like when it's like raining and stuff like this because then I have an excuse to stay inside all day. It's just like, should I go out and socialize today? It's like, look
I
at
mean, it
that
makes it
fucking weather.
easier, at least for me. I'm sorry. At least for me, to like skip gym if it's like raining outside because I'm gonna get like a bit soaked
Yeah,
when I go to the bus and
you mean
shit.
you're like you going to the gym. It's not like you have a subject at school that is gym, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean
and
working out and shit.
yeah.
Just skipping that.
So okay, but about the summer thing, you were in Germany, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole summer.
the whole
Or
fucking summer.
I left on the 19th of June and I was back on the 1st of August.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything this summer. I just like
Didn't you have plans to like get like a train ticket thing?
yeah, but that didn't happen.
Okay.
No, it's just like uh it got too late to start like really planning it. Maybe we'll do it next summer if I like get a job and all that. But we'll see, actually.
Mm.
But yeah, so how was Germany? Did you like eat any schnitzel or?
I think I ate it once. I don't know. I don't remember.
I fucking
Um,
hate schnitzel. It's the worst food.
it was pretty cool. Um, I mean the first. Uh, I don't. Yeah, it was okay. I mean it was cool. It's kind of shitty to uh take up any time to like explain everything because it's not all that interesting.
Yeah.
But I hung out with like different family members all the time. Like the first part was with my sister and her father. Um, then I went on to just with her father because she had to go back to Norway to work. And then I went to my dad's parents, and then my dad and the family came down there, and then we like were there for like 3 weeks, and they left after 2 weeks, and then the last week I was working there because they have a hotel and a restaurant. So I was working there, getting some
Where is there? You
cash
just
monies.
keep saying there, but like where is that? It's in Germany, but
It's in the middle of Germany. The state is called Thüringen. It doesn't tell you much. The place is like a tiny little hamlet, kind of. I don't know, like 2,000 people live there,
yeah,
something.
village,
Yeah, it's a little hamlet. Um,
village. Yeah.
hamlet.
All right.
Uh, and uh, so I was working there. Then then
All right. Don't have a
I'm
fit.
sorry. I have to I have to get something to drink. But I can still talk. Uh, my mom came down there with my older sister, and my little sister was also there working with me. She was just working in the kitchen, and I was like doing other stuff. And together we uh, went on to some other relatives, and then we went to my mom's parents, and we went kind of across Germany because my dad had this idea to like, oh, we have to go to Munich because his best mate lives there, and he just recently had a son,
Right.
um, which is kind of funny because so they're best mates, and my I'm like my dad's son, obviously, and I'm 21 now, and his best mate, and they're the same age. Um, he just had a son, so he's 1 years old now, and I'm 21, and I could literally have children of my own already if I wanted to, which is kind of weird to look at. That
Oh yeah.
I should have been growing up with that other kid and like be friends with him, but like because my dad's mate was kind of a late bloomer when it came to kids. Yeah, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're part of the same generation, I guess, but it's not that weird to have kids like 20 years apart. It's
Mm,
not like it's
it's a
not
little
like
bit.
fucking like thought provoking or anything. I
Mm,
guess, but it's not like
it's really
it's not
common.
like I should be that kid or something. I should be friends with that kid or anything. It's not like
Yeah, but it's. Yeah, we're kind of the same generation, but I could have already started the next generation, and it could have been the same age as him, and it's kind of weird. But I've noticed that it's really common here in Norway to have children like really fucking late.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's parents are already in their 60s and shit.
But isn't that like a sign of every like
Prospering
yeah,
civilization.
industrialized country, I
I don't
guess.
know.
I think it
Maybe.
is. Yeah, the higher like what's that word you said? The higher uh like the fucking lost in my words here, but like the higher standard of a country, can I say that? Is that like allowed?
Yeah, I mean the development. I mean the
Yeah, the higher of that thing that older people are to get children. I think that's like a common thing.
I don't know because kind of kind of you wouldn't think so because more resources and a richer I don't know economy for everyone means that you have the luxury to have kids and like you if you don't have to work a lot you have time for family.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's
but
like
on the other hand,
kids are an
and on the other
expense.
hand, you would think that people who have kids late, they have to focus on their work first.
Yeah, careers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to make a living before they can have a family. But it's the other way around. That it's like uh, people who uh, can't really afford a family and shit. They have lots of kids, and then yeah, I don't know.
It's
I mean, we're generalizing really badly here, but yeah.
yeah,
Anyway.
but it's the validation station, so it's cool. It's the good kind of generalization. It's the generalization station.
But
Um,
I was gonna
but
say some. Oh yeah, we went for a day trip to Munich.
all
That
right.
was kind of because it's like a 6 hour drive, or 5 hours maybe.
Did you hit the
Um,
clubs?
but it was really cool because do you know the English Gardens in Munich?
Yeah. Do I
It's,
know the
I mean,
English
it's one of
gardens?
the biggest parks in the w- world, or at least in Europe or something. And it's really cool because there's a famous a place there where they surf in the middle of the city. Are you
Right.
sure you haven't seen any picture? It's like pretty famous on the internet because there's like um, a river or something. I don't know if it's natural or if
Man-made.
it's man-made. But there's like a wave that is constant. Like it's just one wave and it's never changing. Um,
You can make that on the beach actually. It's kind
uh,
of cool.
no, because on the beach every wave is a little bit different.
No, no,
But
I'm saying if there's like a natural like river or something that connects to an ocean and there's a beach there, you can like dig so that the water flows in a way that creates like this constant wave. It's kind of cool actually.
yeah, but it's not just constant in like constantly flowing, but it's constantly in the same form every time. It's never changing.
Yeah,
Um, because in nature, the waves will change because they break at different points, or because nature is also changing. But that
yeah,
thing is like it's never changing. I mean, some kind of famous surfer dude said that that wave is awesome to practice moves because
it's a
it's
gnarly
always the
place,
same
dude.
wave. But anyway,
Surfs up, bro.
so this river is flowing through this massive park. It's a beautiful park, the English Gardens, and it was really warm that day. So and you can swim in the river and like bathe and shit. So
Yeah,
we did that,
and
and
shit as well. Is that
uh,
allowed? Really?
and we went out there, and it's like a really shallow river, and the water is like really warm, and the riverbed is like small pebbles and shit. So it's
Yeah, probably because everyone keeps shitting there.
and you can basically we went into the river, and then you can just float down, like it goes down for few hundred meters or something, and then you just leave the river again. You don't even have to swim. You can just float on the top of it, which was really cool.
Right? Did you bring the kid?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you bond? High
No,
fives and stuff?
because
No?
he's 1 years old, and his cognitive abilities haven't developed enough to form strong bonds with strangers yet.
Yeah, fucking babies, man. They're
But
really weird.
but
There's just
anyway,
like this
so
lump.
I was like in Munich, I was in Berlin, I was in Hamburg. Um,
Did you eat hot
I
dogs?
was all over Germany.
Fucking all over. Fucking fucking Germany, man. Wait, what? What? So you were in Germany when they won the World Cup, no?
Yeah, Jesus, that was awesome. I
Yeah.
mean,
Did you
the
see
last
the
match
game?
wasn't that awesome, but yeah, I saw all the games. I didn't see any of the games when I was in Norway. I was just like, oh, so the World Cup has started. Okay, it's a bit boring because it's group phase.
Yeah.
And then I like Christo, our mate,
Yeah.
said like, "Oh, it's Germany Portugal today," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I like checked up on the score, uh, and it was like 3-0 or something. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's good, I guess." And after that, I started watching the matches.
Yeah. So
And
you saw the Brazil.
yeah,
Oh, excuse me. The
that
Brazil
was
one.
that was really cool
Yeah, it was alright.
because we
They
were
got they
watching.
got fucking shit on.
It was at my dad's, at my parents of my dad, and
Yep.
my aunt was there, and my cousins and stuff. So we were all watching together, and it was so weird. I mean, because I think my granddad said like, oh, they have to score really early because Brazil is gonna be like really fucking confident and aggressive.
Yeah.
And as soon as they scored like the first goal, it was like Brazil didn't even consider the fact that Germany was gonna score any goals that game. They were so sure that they were like gonna win, and Germany wasn't gonna do shit about it. But
Yeah.
then they scored one goal, and then they scored another, and then another, and then three more. And it was like, oh yeah, it was. I mean, after the first one, they were kind of taken aback, and then after the second one, it wasn't even 10 minutes into the game or something. And then the second one, they just like they stopped playing, and then the third one, and then they kind of accepted, yeah, we've lost,
Yeah.
and it had nothing to do with them not having Neymar because he wasn't gonna do shit.
Yeah. But so how's the like celebration afterwards?
I mean, after that game, that wasn't much
No,
celebration.
no after no after the
After winning,
final.
I don't know. The final match was kind of disappointing because Argentina wasn't really a good team. Um, um,
Right.
yeah, I would have rather played against the Netherlands because
Yeah.
they would have put up more of a like a good fight. I mean, the final was basically. I mean, Argentina gave their best match of the whole World Cup that match, but it was still kind of bad because it was just back and forth, not really
I
nice
thought it was kind
nice
of weird
football.
that like you did you see like the ending with the trophy thing and all that, like
Yeah,
the ceremony. I thought
yeah.
it was weird that it was they had Messi, like the Argentinian dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the like fucking most badass football player
Uh,
ever award.
best player.
Yeah, and then there was like Messi on top of everybody else who was like German players, and it was like, yeah, Germany won, but so somehow Messi won. It was just like really weird, just like image wise, I guess, where they all
I
stood
mean,
there.
he stepped down from the podium thingy later. I mean, it was like
Later. Yeah,
Messi got the golden ball for best player of
yeah,
the tournament,
exactly.
and then Neuer got the golden glove for best
The goalkeeper.
keeper.
Yeah,
And then they both stepped down again, and then Germany got up there and got the trophy and everything.
yeah. But it was
Uh,
just I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird, but it's kind of just like how they do it,
did
I
you see
guess.
the interview, the Colombian reporter and Müller?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, didn't I tell you about it? Oh, I told Christo. It was so funny.
What
So he
happened?
was, you know that um, uh, the Colombian guy Rodriguez,
Reporter?
James or James Rodriguez. He scored the most goals in the whole tournament, so he got the golden boot.
Right?
And Müller was one goal away from winning, and Müller won the golden boot last World Cup. Kind of surprisingly, because he was a little bit new to the world scene of
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
Um, and the reporter, the Colombian reporter, was asking him after the final. It was kind of funny because he was standing there with Schweinsteiger, and they're both from Bavaria, right? Bayern. Um,
Right?
and Bavaria has a very distinctive dialect, which is very funny and kind of uh, a bit cute, kind of. And
Alright.
I mean, it's a nice dialect as far as dialects go. So she
Did you
was
say?
asked.
Did
She
you just say you thought it was cute?
Yeah, it's a cute dialect.
Okay. Alright.
I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Okay. Go on.
do you think Irish is a cute dialect? I think Irish is a cute dialect.
It's it's cute. I wouldn't like describe any like area restricted language as cute. I
It's
mean,
not a language.
yeah, but yeah, okay, whatever.
It's kind of an accent or a dialect.
Irish is a language, though they have their own
Mm,
language. It's a dialect.
I mean, Irish English. The
Yeah,
accent is cute. But anyway,
fucking
so these two guys are like being interviewed by this Colombian reporter, and Schweinsteiger says, asks her, "Do you speak Bavarian?" Because Muller was just answering in Bavarian all the time, and she was like, "No, I don't speak Bavarian." But then she asked Muller, "How do you feel to be this close to winning the Golden Boot?" And he was like thinking for a second, and then he answered in Bavarian, even though she said, "No, you have to say it in English." He answered in Bavarian, um, uh, "I don't give a fuck. Um, we're we're world champions. We won the fucking cup. You can stick that golden boot up your ass." That was kind of what he said in Bavarian, but it sounded so funny because of the way he said it. And then he just walked away, and Schweinsteiger was left there laughing.
yeah. Can't
And
you can't you say it in Bavarian? I'm
ja, I can
sure you
try.
can. Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Es interessiert mich ja Scheißdreck. Weltmeister samma, din Potthammer.
Yeah, you're right. That is
Die,
cute.
han var,
Du skjønte
like,
det!
not, and
Fucking
then he said like,
kawaii. That is.
din scheißgoldene Schuh kannst du in die Ohren schmieren. Something like that. I'm not very good at
Aww.
making the accent, the
So
dialect.
so cute.
I mean, I can give you the link. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's,
if you speak German, it's a cute. It's like, I mean, we have we have a dialect in Germany that's like horrible. It gives you like fucking
yeah, it's called
cancer.
yeah, it's called German.
No, it's no, it's not that important. But anyway, it's like and it kind of blew up because he was swearing, because swearing is a part of Bavarian of the Bavarian language. Just like
Yeah,
in Norway, it's for like if you're from the north, you swear a lot, just naturally.
yeah.
And it's the same in Bavarian, but it doesn't. You don't actually. You're not swearing. You're just kind of exaggerating with your words, and you kind of. I don't know. It's an exclamation.
Yeah.
It's not hostile or uh, yeah, anything like that. But she got kind of upset or something because she understood Scheiße or Scheiß, which is like it's shit in
Yeah.
German, but it's equal to like fuck or fucking um, in English, and
Scheiße.
apparently it like blew up on the internet because it said like, oh, Thomas Müller swearing at Colombian reporter, but he didn't get upset. He was just fucking around with her and
Yeah,
like telling her to like, I mean, what the fuck do you want? We're fucking world champions. I don't care about the fucking boot.
yeah.
What the fuck?
He already won that as well, so
Um, that was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Um,
I don't know. People
you're so
probably
limited
seen
because you
it.
don't speak German.
Wouldn't say limited, but
More
I
limited than me.
I know like a few words. I
I'm triling.
know.
I'm trilingual, bitch.
Yeah, I when people always ask me what languages do you speak, I always say, well, I'm never really sure what to say because I could like do a horrible Swedish or
Yeah, I
Danish.
always say like, at what point? I mean, what do you define as speaking a language?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, at what point do you draw the line between you've mastered a language and you just like learning a language? And I don't know. I
Because
mean,
Norwegian is just it's like an what's abbreviation? No, it's like based on old Danish and Swedish. It's kind of like everything was the same at one point and then it just spread out. So it's just like a little bit different between Sweden,
well,
Denmark, and Norway.
Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish all come from Norrønt, which is
Yeah,
still spoken. It's
Norse.
basically the same as Icelandic.
It's like it's like
Um,
Norse. Yeah,
yeah, it's the Norse
Vikings.
language, and Danish, because it's on the European side of fucking Scandinavia, has changed a lot because they were like in contact with like Germany and
Yeah.
the Dutch, and so they changed the language pretty early on. And then Swedish has changed because it got a lot of French in it, I think, because the king of Sweden at one point, I mean, he was French, I think, at one point.
All right.
They brought over a French prince to be their king. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, but
Um,
that happened to Norway as well. We got a Danish king, and then it's like, oh,
yeah, but
we're our own
uh,
country now,
but anyway,
suckers.
so 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 they all, but they're different now because they have different influences from different languages. So Norwegian is a lot of. I mean, you could say English, but the fact is that they're just based off the same thing. So I mean, they're both Anglo-Saxon languages, kind of influenced by Anglo-Saxon, and uh, I mean, they're all Germanic
Yeah, they're
languages.
Germanic. That was I was gonna say they're all like based on. But yeah, back to my original point. How many languages do I speak? Because I speak English, of course, and I speak Norwegian. But I can at least understand Swedish and Danish. And I can communicate with them because they understand Norwegian. But I don't know. It's like it's just weird, man. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah,
If I want to be if I'm like in a bragging mood, I'll just say like, yeah, I speak 5 languages.
yeah,
So
same here. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, and then I like to add in like I can read Dutch really well because it's
heeft u kreeft?
The
That's the
Dutch
only thing I
written
can
language.
say.
It's Dutch is kind of like Danish, because Danish written language is almost the same as Norwegian,
Yeah.
but the spoken language is totally different. And the same is for the
Heeft u
Dutch.
kreeft?
The Dutch language is very similar to German. I think it's a couple of words that like are different, but you can pretty much read it. Most things actually, and you can kind of figure out what the words mean by reading it. So it's pretty easy. But when someone talks Dutch to me, I don't understand a thing.
Yeah. Me neither. But I understand heeft u kreeft. What do you think that means? Heeft u kreeft?
Have you crapped?
Nah. It means have you got any lobster? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was girl in Amsterdam taught me that, and I couldn't stop saying it. It was like the only thing that stuck. So like anytime anybody like said something to me in Dutch, I just responded with, "Do you have any lobster?" And then people just like looked at me really weird, and I had this like super serious like face, just like because it was a joke. But then they like looked behind me and saw like my friends laughing their asses off, and they realized it was a joke, but it was like really funny. So yeah, I just walked around in Amsterdam saying fucking "Heeft du kreeft" to everybody. It was a good time.
I wish I would have done more when we had French in school.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't have French, but I had French in grade school.
yeah, I had German. Look how much
Uh,
of that stuck.
and yeah, because French, I mean, I don't like the French, but the French language is pretty nice. And it's pretty handy because it's spoken in a lot of places. I mean, same for Spanish. I had Spanish in high school, but I gave up after half a year because I could give up, so that was
Yeah,
nice.
because you were like German.
Yeah, I took the
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fucking bullshit. I remember you walking home just like, see you later,
yeah.
suckers. You
I
know
had
that
like
program exists so that people can learn Norwegian better. You know that, right?
no, it's
It's just, oh, it's so stressful. I can't handle it.
no, because it's offered to every foreign um student or pupil or whatever
Yeah, you
uh,
foreign fuck.
uh who don't speak or don't have Norwegian as their mother tongue to take an exam in their mother tongue in order to get a nice grade.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And I
what that
can
was my point to the
and
point.
a lot of people
That was exactly what
use
I
the
said.
extra grade to get rid of the second foreign language like French or Spanish or whatever. So they
Yeah,
don't have to have another subject
fucking
and can have the
bullshit.
nice grade. Which I mean, some people fail on those exams in their mother tongue because they're fucking retards. But um, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
serious because in the fucking when we get a briefing about like how to sign up for this shit, we're like in a classroom with lots of brown people and shit. Because you remember our school? I mean, you went there for the first year.
Yeah,
Lots of racial variety there.
yeah, that's good.
Lots of there were lots of yellow and brown people there, and
You can't say that.
I'm not
You can't
racist.
you can't fucking say that. Okay, go on. You
Um,
can't fucking say yeah. All right.
I'm not racist, but
There was a lot of yellow and brown people. Oh yeah.
and
Okay, go on.
um, and some of those people I I spoke to and I saw at the day of the exam, at the written exam at least,
Yeah.
and I knew that they didn't know shit about their language. Maybe their parents used to like know the language or something, but I mean they were never taught the language. They don't speak that shit at home, and they don't have a clue. So they like have another grade, another fail grade on their.
But why would they sign up for it then?
I don't fucking know because they think it's gonna be easy,
Yeah.
but it's not.
What was like the task? Is it just like write an essay or
I
something?
mean, I had written and oral exams both times. I took it uh, on so I took German 2 and German 3, so on different difficulty levels. And the first time at the oral exam, it was basically listen to this tape, listen to this conversation in German, and then you have to retell the thing in I think Norwegian.
All
I
right.
mean, you had to show an understanding of the spoken language, or maybe it was in German. I don't really remember. But and then you had a conversation with the
Censor
with the
person.
censor or examiner. I don't know. And you had a conversation in German about like the curriculum. Like it was a lot of history about like when the wall came down, East and West Germany, that kind of thing. About things like literature, German literature, like Goethe, Schiller, things like that, like cultural things, how the German school system works, like because oh my god, I don't know how the German school system works because it's a total fucking fuck up. There's like there's like 18 different schools on like 5 different levels. And you have to already decide about a path in like 5th grade when you're uh, how old are you in fifth grade? Like 10 or something? Yeah.
11, yeah.
You have to decide already. I mean, you start with having grades and shit at first grade, getting marks for all your work, which we don't have in Norway.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up, I think.
What is having marks or not having them?
Yeah, I mean, you come out of kindergarten and you're like all giddy and shit, and then you get like an F on
Yeah, but
paper.
nobody gets an F in first grade, or how the fuck do you do
Some
that?
people do. Nah, okay, maybe not, but
It's
it's
like
still kind
worst drawing of a fucking cow ever. Fucking
of.
F. Go home.
But anyway,
Scheisse.
so that was that was what we talked about, and it was all in the curriculum. So I read the book once, and then I kind of had that shit down. Yeah, I could hold I mean, I could hold a conversation, of course, because I'm fluent in German, and I mean the people that were the I don't know what they're called in English.
Who?
The
Germans?
people at the exam.
Examinators of
I don't think
census
that's
or
yeah, whatever. They were Norwegian, so they were like impressed as fuck. So I got an
yeah,
A.
but you're fucking German
And
though.
then the written exam, the first one was like, oh, you have to show that you can understand this German text, and then you have to write something in German, a little short story or something. I like wrote half a page about it was like a theme about like a music instrument or something.
Alright.
And so I wrote about the kid that was he had to play guitar in school, but uh, he really just wanted to play the piano. And I wrote it like, oh, the piano is like a really nice
Sad, a sad,
instrument.
sad
Yeah,
story.
it was
Alright.
like really sad because he was like it was like his life depended on it because the guitar was like tormenting him and the piano was his salvation.
Oh my
And I got
god.
an A for that. So I mean, uh, and then the second time it was kind of the same thing where you had to show some kind of understanding of a text and shit like that. But the oral exam the second time was kind of difficult because you just got a, you remember exams in last year of high school where you just drew a theme. It was like one word,
Yeah.
and then you had to prepare a presentation on like in like half an hour or something. I mean, I
Yeah,
had to do
sure.
that. It was like, I mean, I almost failed. I got a D, I think,
In
because
Yeah, I thought we had like 2 days to do that. It's like preparation.
yeah, sometimes you had 2 days, but I had like half an hour for like one theme.
Yeah, I
Uh,
probably did that as well, but I
I
can't
mean, you didn't have
remember.
to make like a really good presentation. You just had to write down everything you know, and then like go from there. Try to hold a conversation about the topic at hand.
Yeah,
And
I did a lot of that shit when I like tried to improve my grades.
yeah.
Then that was like the format for all the
Yeah,
exams
I had
during
the
that.
same exam form when I was taking English because I changed to English, advanced English in the second year,
Hmm.
but I did it really late, so I couldn't get in on the exam. So I had to take the exam privately. At like I had to sign up as a private person, not as a student of the school.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I had to both take oral and written exams, and the oral exam was exactly that. So I got the topic, and then I was placed into a room for half an hour, and then I had to like prepare something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the topic?
Uh, I think it was education
Right.
actually. So I talked about like the American and the English school system and shit. I mean I had the course book with me, so I could like draw from that. So that was nice.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was pulled up in literally English in my third year, and that was good. It was like the only six I got like ever, not ever,
Oh
but yeah, I got an A on that, and it was like really nice because both the examinator and the teacher was like, yeah, this shit could hold up in like universities level shit you got going on here, mate. That was word for word what they said. What they said.
yeah. When I had the oral exam, they were like the first thing. I mean And there were a lot of people there, like 10 people had the exam,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a lot of other people who had other exams. Um, and we were all like sitting outside and talking together and so on. And when everyone was done, you don't get your grade before everyone is done. So
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
we had to wait there, and I was like, yeah, you can go home, but then you get the grade a couple of days later. So I was just like, just gonna wait.
Yeah.
And then they pulled me back in to give me the grade. Uh, and the first thing they said was like, first of all, it was a really nice presentation. Um, and your grade, yeah, you got an A. Uh, and how do you speak English so well? And I like said like, well, I'm bilingual. I mean, I grew up bilingual, so I kind of got the whole language thing down because I know how to learn a language. Uh, and I play video games a lot and hang out on the internet since I was like 14, and it's just English there, so
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. Kind of had to explain that. Um, yeah, so they were impressed with.
Yeah, that's the same as me as well. People like ask why I speak with a British accent compared to everyone else who speak with like this broken English, no, American accent. And I just,
I was one thing about American accent. I almost I was a bit startled when I had Introduction to Neuroscience, the first class.
yeah,
We had to like I told you about this yesterday. Everyone had to introduce themselves because it's kind of a small class,
yeah.
and because
Kind
it's
of a small class. There was like 50 people, you
yeah,
said.
it's
That's,
kind of small because I mean today in the orientation meeting we were like 400 people. But anyway, um, because neuroscience draws kind of a diverse crowd because you can take it if you have biology and biochemistry and psychology and shit like that. So
yeah,
everybody had to introduce themselves and tell them where they're from and what kind of educational background they have. And at the last row, there's a guy sitting there, like a big guy. I kind of saw him when I walked in. Like he's at least 6'2" or something, and like
yeah,
pretty big guy. And I'm like sitting somewhere in the middle, and we go like from the beginning to the top. Um, we just everyone tells their names, and suddenly I hear like, "Hello." Like I can't really do it any justice, but it was like a fucking deep voice, American accent.
Hello.
I don't remember his name, but it was like, I'm from San Diego, and I study molecular biology or something like that. I don't know. And I was like a little bit startled because it's been like half the classes like girls or something, and sometimes you can't even hear those because they talk so fucking quietly.
Yeah.
Um, and then suddenly it's like he's got this booming voice, American accent, like really deep, and like, whoa! I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know we had like I don't know, some kind of giant on the back in the class.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
First time you
I
see a
wrote something to
giant.
you on Skype, just by the way.
Right. What was I talking
We
about?
still have things to cover, I think. So if you want to take a break, that's okay with me. If you want to pick up later,
Yeah. We can do that. We could
because
just,
we haven't talked about the festival I was at.
oh yeah. So we just had a little break there because Ramsey had a thing. And now we're back, but it's like nighttime edition, so everything is somber and quiet and sensual. Quiet.
My housemate is sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't care.
Did he
Yeah,
just return or something?
it's 5.5 hours later. He returned day before school started, I
Oh
think.
yeah, it's funny you should say that because remember how I told you that after my new flatmate came in, I immediately forgot her name,
Yeah.
just like with everyone else I meet because you know how it is. You you get so concentrated on saying your name right, so you instantly forget theirs.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I pay close attention if I'm aware that I'm gonna be around a person for a while. Like, let's say you're in a group at school or something, and you're like, oh hey, I'm this and that, and then I try to remember, and I like repeat the names over and over again in my head,
Yeah,
and kind of
that's
because
kind of obsessive.
it's gonna be awkward if you just like, what's your name again?
Yeah, so what I did, I had a plan, right? I went up to her on like the first day of everybody meeting each other. It was like we took some buses out to a beach and we just drank for like 2 hours, as you do. So I spotted her, right? And I went up to her and I said, so I was telling my friend Ramsey about how I've forgotten your name, and he said to me, no, man, just go up to her and ask her. It will be fine. And I was like, no, no, no. That's kind of awkward. I can't really do that. And so I just left it there, and she just started laughing at me. But then she said her name. So it like it totally worked out. And I didn't.
So
It
smooth.
was, yeah, I know, right? It wasn't like even anything like awkward or anything. It was just cool beans. But the thing was, later on, like after, like this week, I think it was on Monday or something. I went out because I really needed to take a piss. So I was in a hurry, and there was like this girl, right, standing there, and I thought, yeah, my other flatmate just have a visitor over or something. But then she like took out her hand like in a greeting towards me, and I was like, oh, she must be the other new flatmate here. So I was just like, I just said like, oh, are you living here? Like in a really stupid voice. And she's like, yeah, my name is, of course I forgot the name, but yeah. Because I really needed to take a piss, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. And then I just ran to the toilet and came back because I think I was, doing stuff. Anyway, the
Talking about
next...
readings, when I was at the meeting today, the orientation, because there
Yeah,
were like 400 people there. It was like the first first 15 minutes. I mean, before even the whole thing started, everybody was like walking around and like hugging each other and like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long, and blah, blah, blah. God damn it,
yeah. You should
people.
you should do that as well. Just like
Yeah.
hug someone. But
Go up to someone. No, it's been so long. And
yeah,
they're gonna play along because they're gonna think that we hang out. We used to hang out last year or something. I don't know.
yeah.
But they don't remember. But they don't want to say that. So
Anyway, so the next day after I met her, I was drinking the night before. Fucking hell, sounds like I'm an alcoholic or something.
well, you're
Um,
Norwegian, so
yeah. So I was like really hungover, and it was in the morning. So usually I'm just So what happened was I fucking hungover as shit. Stand up from my bed because like again I really need to take a piss. So I just walk out to the living room in my underwear, and she was standing there with her like pink pajamas on, and I'm just like, and she fucking bolts towards her door. She's just like, I'm not having any of this shit, and just like fucking left. And I'm just like, all right, that fucking works. Because, like, I open the door, see her standing there, and I realize, fuck, I'm not wearing any clothes. So I just shut the door, and then I kind of like peeked and saw her like bolting out of there, and then I went. But yeah, so that's like the two only times I met my third roommate. But yeah, you were saying something about like going to a festival or something.
yeah. So I got because it was my birthday just recently. Well, it's been 3 weeks now.
If the listeners have paid attention, they know exactly which
Yeah.
date. Ah.
if you remember, then send an email to Jones,
No, don't do
and you
that.
can win some validation.
You
I don't
can
know.
get some validation, yeah.
Yeah, so it was my birthday, and I came back to Norway, and I was with my mom at the end of the summer. So when I came back, I was expecting a present from my dad and such, uh, and then I had kind of a birthday dinner with him and the family, and I got my present, and it was a ticket for the first day. It was a Friday of the Pisterio or Stereo, because the P is silent.
No, fuck that. If they got a P in their name, you pronounce the P.
Stereo festival
Stereo.
in the Trondheim, Marinen.
Right?
Um, and I was like, oh fuck, another shitty present because I mean, my dad's. I mean, the prime example is the time where he asked me 3 times over the course of like 7 months if I needed a bicycle. Like, do you need a bike? Do you want to go buy a bike? Do you need a bike? Do you want a bike? No, 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 no. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm not going to use it. If
Fuck, those
I
seven
like
months went
walking. Like,
fast.
if it's close enough to walk, I walk. If it's too far, then I take the bus. Whatever. Um,
I'm
and then I
telling you,
come.
mate, you should get like one of them scooters, like
Yeah, yeah,
the kicky
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, yeah. The
What's
yeah.
that called in English? I think it's just
Roller.
roller.
Uh,
I think it's a scooter, like a racer scooter or something.
yeah, might be. But anyway, and I come back from holiday. This was like I was like 16 or something, 17. I don't know. And then I get a new bicycle, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh no, I got a bicycle.
I mean,
So
yeah.
sad.
I mean, it's like he deliberately, like he doesn't listen to me, but he just like, oh no, you need a bike, so he buys me a bike. And the same thing is kind of with the whole concert thing because, um, I kind of said, well, I don't know, concerts are shit because um,
Just
the,
all
the
concerts.
music is gonna be worse than the polished thing you're gonna hear from a CD or whatever.
Yeah, but it's an
Uh,
experience
yeah, it's an
though.
experience, but that's and
Can't put a price on that.
I can appreciate the music much better, and I mean in a much better format than a concert if I just listen to it at home or on the road or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got concert tickets. My older sister also got a ticket, so we went there together, and she had some friends who were also going, so we hung out that day. Uh, I ended up staying for the whole fucking day. That's from we entered at 4, and then we left at about midnight after. Yeah.
Did you see Franz Ferdinand
No, that was on the
the Saturday?
yeah.
Right.
And the worst part was so the one of the main acts was London Grammar, which I had heard of before
Right.
because they did the music for one of the trailers for Game of Thrones season 4, and I like really liked the song, and then I looked up who made the song, and it was them, and then I started to listen to it, and this was like half a year ago, so I was kind of looking forward to it because it kind of seemed like they were making good music, and then they dropped out the day before because they were sick or something, and then Action Bronson, who is a rapper, who and this is kind of funny because my dad was like, "Oh yeah, and we chose the Friday because that's when there was the most hip hop," and it was like, "Okay, so one artist, good job, good."
Fucking
Um,
street guy Gustinger there.
um, and Action Bronson, I never heard his music before, and now I didn't want to kind of spoil it by like listen to it before the concert
Right.
because then maybe it's really good, and then I have high expectations. But because it's a concert setting, it's gonna be shit. Um, and he dropped out like 2 hours before his act, and some kind of
How?
Norwegian rap group had to perform, and it was really awful.
What was it? Shit rich?
Yeah, it was really shit. I mean,
People
we
people really go crazy with that. It's like the Brumstad billionaires.
we went to the other stage and listened to the other act. Um,
You know the saying Brumstad keys? You know how everybody says that?
yeah,
That's from him. He's the guy who says that. He's
yeah.
from. It's like a
But
solo career of
I mean,
the
the
lead
whole
guy from Brumstad Billionaires.
I listened to 2 songs.
And you was just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, uh, we were collecting these because everybody drinks, right? Because they serve beer and shit. And if you collect these beer cups and you recycle them,
Yeah, but you don't
you get a
drink. Have we come?
you get a crown per cup. So you
Right?
can like collect like 100 cups in like 10 minutes, no problem. Um,
Really?
and we
Did you do that?
no, my
No.
sister collect. I mean, I helped her a little bit. She collected like 50 cups or something. But anyway, so we were like trying to exchange those for the money, and that was close to the stage where they were performing. So I was kind of involuntarily listening to them, and it was really shit. Um, I
Wait,
was just,
so hang on. You went to a concert where the two acts that you wanted to see, they dropped out,
yeah.
and then you spent the whole time collecting cups for
No,
money.
no, no, no. The
And
first act was pretty good. I don't remember. They were kind of a jazz trio that was performing rock, kind of. It was pretty cool. And then some kind of Norway's biggest blues singer or something. He was kind of shit. Um, and then Skambankt,
yeah. Oh,
that's
people
rock.
go crazy for them as well.
That
It's
was
just
that
like,
was pretty good. That was okay.
all right.
Uh, and then some other band who was like I read in the whole program thing about them, and it was like, oh, it sounds interesting, and then they were like really shitty, which was really disappointing.
Who is Scumbag?
No, some Cloud Nothing or something.
Okay.
It's kind of a UK band or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They were shit, uh, and then it was kind of back and forth between the stages, and then it wasn't really worth it anymore. But I stayed until the end. The end act for the evening was Biffy Clyro or something, Scottish band. They were okay.
Shite being Scottish.
Um, and then it was like, oh, but I just kept thinking that I've spent like more than 8 hours of this day on this fucking festival,
Right.
and my
Could be playing World of Warcraft.
my feet are numb and hurting, and I'm kind of hungry because we didn't really eat that much there because first of all the queues are like fucking massive,
yeah.
and then you pay like 120 crowns for a small burger or something without anything, like
Yeah.
no fries, no drink, no nothing. Um, uh, and yeah, and I just thought that I could have listened to all the music I listened to today in half the time while playing or doing something at the computer.
While playing World of Warcraft. Just
And I
say
could
it.
have just
Just fucking
skipped
say it.
skipped around, and but I met a lot of people and saw a lot of people that I knew, like people from uni and friends of my dad. Because I mean the whole festival draws a pretty age
Is the kid there from Munich?
no,
No.
fuck off.
Alright. Don't be like that. Okay, so
And I talked to one of the friends of my dad, and the guy who works at NRK. You know, I told you about him.
okay, yeah, sure.
I got the sick connections there. Uh, and he was like that. He told me about how he was uh, out drinking with my dad the day before, and how he talked about like he might also come to the festival. but he didn't, so that's good.
The dad, your
My
father.
dad,
Oh
yeah,
right.
but he didn't, which is good. And the day after, I got a text message like, how was the whole thing? And I was like, it was okay.
Uh, ah.
But I haven't talked to him in person, and if I was like, I would be like, it's not worth it. It's not worth more than 8 hours of your day to listen to a couple of songs that you like. My sister asked me when we were walking home, are you gonna add some new songs to like your iPod, to your playlist, whatever? And I was
Yeah.
like, no. Why
Yeah.
would I do that? And she was like laughing because like, you didn't like any of them. And I mean, some of them were okay, but not that good that I'm gonna go out of my way to listen to their music, because I already have music that I really like on my iPod, and I from day to day I find music that I really like, and I don't fucking do it at a fucking festival. Jesus Christ.
So on a scale from 0 to 10.
It's a solid waste of time.
All right. Solid waste of time. Out of 10.
But I mean, if you
Would not
if
do it
you
again.
if you actually if you're a fan of some of the bands that perform, it was kind of then it's like understandable to go to a concert like that.
Yeah. The only band that I like from that whole thing festival, I could have considered was like Franz Ferdinand, because I actually like the shit, but it's not like I'm gonna actually go outside to listen to them. You know.
It was kind of funny. There was this girl, hip hop artist kind of thing. It was well, it was hip hop, chill wave kind of. This chick with a DJ,
Just chick with a DJ.
and we went to the stage and kind of, and then we sat down uh, on the side of the hill there, Marin,
Yeah, yeah.
um, because my feet were like numb and shit. And I was like, before we sat down, I was like, "Do you smell that?" And my sister's like, "Yeah," and it was weed. Someone was smoking, and then like 2 minutes later, between a break in the songs, the girl on stage is like, "So I smell some weed," and
It's just like she actually smelled it, like
yeah,
on
nah, I don't
stage.
know, but she said, "I just smell some weed, so if anyone knows," and she just like left it there, and then she just
What does that mean?
went on to
What
the next one.
What
Like
she
she
mean by
wanted a
that?
hookup. She wanted a
Oh,
hookup.
okay. I thought she was gonna like brown nose it, just like everybody stop. What you
It's
doing?
like in the
We
JC
need to
song.
find the
Do you
perpetrator.
know that one?
The
It's
JC song.
yeah, from B- uh, Reasonable Doubt. It's like he's like freestyling in a bar, and then the MC or what the yeah, whatever, the host is like, yo, stop, stop, stop. I smell some reefer. And it's like a girl. Uh, um, and she's like, I'm not gonna continue this show. Uh, no, someone says like, shut the fuck up. And she's like, I'm not gonna continue this show until you get him out of here. Something about like you're not supposed to smoke indoors, or supposed to smoke weed. And then she goes off on a tangent like, oh, that's why black people don't have anything or something.
Is that a song or is it?
Yeah, it's part of the song.
All
It's
right.
like 22 bars. I think it's a song.
Okay.
Jay-Z,
Need
Reasonable Doubt.
to listen to that. Shout out to JC. Hova.
Shout out to
Hova.
Hoba.
Hova. Yeah, he's a cool guy. So so yeah, that was like the whole thing. It was.
Yeah. Um.
See,
Yeah.
I thought you went there for 2 days because I didn't like see you
No.
online the next day. So
Yeah. No, I was, but you weren't online.
oh yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
right. That's how it went.
I was online. I had lots to do
I don't.
because I missed the whole day of fucking gaming. Because I like I woke up so late because I like went to bed like at like 5 or something. Uh, and then I woke up at I don't know 1, and the first thing I see is like text message on my phone. It's like my sister, like, um, yeah, we're gonna meet up at like 15:15. So that's
That's
like that's in
oddly.
2 hours, and I don't have any. My bus card wasn't filled up and yet, so I was like, I'm gonna walk down to the city downtown, and that's gonna take me at least 40 minutes, and I have to get going, and we're gonna like because we were gonna exchange our tickets for like the bracelet thingy, to just to be able to pass like easily.
Yeah.
Um, and we are also gonna get some burgers at Sesam, um, and just eat. And I was like, so, and then she like texted me like, oh no, change of plans. We're eating first, and then we're getting the tickets. And I was like, okay. And so I came down there, and I had just woken up, kind of. I mean, it was like 2 hours later. But anyway, and I was like, she was like, are you hungry? And I was like, I've just eaten breakfast, but sure. So we had a burger, and then it
Oh, that
was
burger is so
I
fucking
had
good.
nothing of the day. Like I get up, I didn't play or anything. I just got ready, and then I walked down to downtown, and then fucking burger, and then fucking concert, and standing around listening to some shitty music.
Shout out to the pedestrians that are walking outside my house. If you can hear them. My
I told you
fucking.
about the because the freshmen in in uni or college uni whatever here,
Yeah.
they usually start like 2 weeks or a week before the other people, like
Mhm.
me,
Yeah, they did that
and they
to
had
us as
like,
well.
yeah, they have like these, like you had because you took care of some freshmen, right?
Yeah, the
Um,
father thing.
yeah. Uh, it was like they
I
were.
didn't do shit, by the
I
way.
I
It's
think
just
there
like.
one of the nights it was at least 100 people that walked by my window. I didn't see them, but I heard them, and it's like 3 meters to the sidewalk from my window,
Yeah.
and it's on the ground floor, so yeah, I can hear them really well. And I had the window kind of open because it was still warm outside.
Yeah, actually, during the summer, I went by your house or where you lived. I don't know like exactly where you lived. So I
Number
just
7.
yeah, so I just started shouting Ramsey, Ramsey, and then I realized like at the end of the street that you were in Germany. So I just looked like an idiot. Yeah, it was really dumb. Yeah, so that's like the whole thing. I guess. Is there anything more you want to talk about?
Yeah, another thing that's depressing is like, you remember how
another
we?
another thing that's
Oh, just the
depressive.
thing
Okay,
about
yeah, here we go.
you remember how we talked about in the beginning about the weather changing being kind of shit now.
Yeah, let's
It's like
mention the
fall.
weather again.
Yeah, but one thing was like before school started, it was kind of still light outside, uh, like in the night, and you could
Yeah,
like walk outside, no problem.
midnight sun.
Yeah, we still had kind of midnight sun, kind of. But now it's like dark at, I don't know, 9,
Well, like yeah, okay.
kind of. I don't know.
But why are you complaining? It's not like you spend
But that's
most of your time outside.
that's one of the best things about Norway. The whole, it being light.
Is
Um,
that the best thing?
it's one of the cool things. I mean, it's really cool
Well,
because
okay. I
yeah,
mean,
because
it's light outside. It's fucking radical.
I mean, it's never getting dark, really dark. It's
Except
like
in the winter, though.
but that's also kind of cool.
I don't think you know what that word means, to be honest.
No, that's cool, and the other thing is kind of the best thing, you know. Man.
Yeah.
Ah, sunset today was 10 past 9.
Mm.
So my point
Spot
stands.
spot on. I don't think it stands. It's not that cool. Or
No, it's not
whatever.
cool because it's shitty.
Oh yeah, okay, it's
I
not
like
cool.
it when it's because then you don't have your whole circadian cycle thing gets messed up, quote unquote, so that you can stay up really late without being tired and sleepy.
Dude, my circadian rhythm, I haven't had that since I was 13. Not really. It just fucking it's gone. But yeah, I can stay awake for days on end if if I want to. Fucking bragging here, bragging rights.
I was up until 12 last night.
Yeah, I was actually. You know that thing I was talking about. The inflatable suits thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could do that because I think it would be really awesome because then we would have like a proper intro to our podcast and also just make it its own video where we just dance around with that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like this GIF online with two
It's
people.
called GIF.
Shut up. With two people wearing inflatable suits, like fat suits with air, so they just look round and they're just like jumping around. I was thinking we'd do that. Get some of those suits and just film some shit. And I was actually thinking we could use the song. The
Talking about ridiculous purchases.
Yeah.
My dad, when I was having dinner with him, he was like, "Oh, today I ordered Lego worth like 3,000 crowns for our department." He's like director of
What?
the nanotech lab at the university, and yeah, because they're gonna like build the nanolab in Lego so that they can show people the facility
That they're
without
virgins?
necessarily going in, because to visit the facility you have to go through like the cleaning rooms and blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, this is where I'll put my girlfriend if I had one.
Yeah, so he got to buy some Legos.
Yeah, that's cool. Fucking Legos.
Best job in the
Haven't
world.
done that in a while. We
Best job
actually
in the world.
we had like this massive collection of Lego, but it's at the cabin we
I
have now.
still have all my Legos.
Yeah, do you
My
play with them?
my mom's like, you have to like disassemble them and try to sell them or give them away or whatever.
Yeah,
Get rid of them because they're all still at my mom's place.
and you have
T-
like
They're
like
taking up my old room because like every kid I have like my parents and other relatives have spent like a fortune on Legos for me.
yeah.
So I have a massive collection. And
Do you
yeah,
have like figurines and stuff that you built?
what do you mean, like Warhammer?
No, like Lego stuff that you assembled, and
I
it's
mean,
like,
I always assembled uh, following the manual. I never freestyle Legoed
dude. When I was in
because I like things to be like the way they should be.
when I was like in 8th grade, I won a competition, like a robot competition, where you had to build a robot from Legos and then use that robot to collect some balls, and I fucking won that shit. It was
Was that
some
like Lego League, that thing? Because
yeah.
I was on the team of our elementary school when we did that, and we
No,
came in fourth place that year.
haha, you suck. I
That
will
was,
know
and
that.
we were the only elementary school in the competition. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, fucking
But our robot sucked.
yeah.
It was really bad.
It was no, it was just my class, and it was like you had like the base thing that was actually the robot, and then you could like either put some like a forklift on it or a something else. So you had like not really much to choose from, but So what I'm saying is kind of bullshit competition, but yeah, I won it. So
Mm.
suck it, other classmates.
That's like the most amazing story ever.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking got everything.
And when my mom told me to like get rid of all the Lego, the first time she was like, "Do you still have the original boxes? Because like you could put all the things in there and then sell them that way." And I was like, I just stood there for a second and I face palmed, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I used to have all the original boxes until I don't know." When I was like 12 or something, you told me to throw them out because they were taking up space. So she was the reason I don't have any of the original boxes anymore, because I used to take uh, to just uh,
Yeah,
keep them, keep the boxes, because I used to keep the manuals in there, and then they were just not taking up any space really. I had them in like a cupboard or something.
you had them neatly organized.
Yeah, it was all like it was all organized, and she was just like, "No, you have to throw them out." Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fucking hard life you
That's
got.
the worst feeling with Legos is like you assemble some bullshit piece, and then you find out like, oh Jesus, like two things are missing or something, like something really, something you can't borrow from another set or something, but
Yeah,
something like really special is missing, and it, because it's missing, the whole thing looks like shit. I have this one big Lego set from like, it's way back. It's like 15 years old or something.
yeah,
From like
vintage.
it's yeah, it's cowboy Legos. Do you remember those? It's like the Wild West Legos. It's really fucking old.
Yeah.
And I have like this bandit holdout, and uh, some kind of federal people who try to come and shoot them. And from the whole holdout, the only thing missing is the fucking door, and it looks
The
like,
saloon door.
no, the door of the holdout. It's a normal door,
Oh,
but it looks like shit because it's missing. Because
yeah.
yeah,
That's
it doesn't make sense,
that's
and I don't
really
know
really sad.
where the fuck that went.
I don't know what to say, man. It's really sad.
The struggle is real, man.
It's not really sad at all.
We're gonna fight for
You
ourselves
sh-
out here.
I mean, you're fucking 21 years old. You shouldn't be hung up on a
I'm
fucking
a
Lego
I'm a
door.
bit of a completionist,
Okay,
but,
so
but only on things that don't matter.
getting off the fucking Lego talk. So
Shh.
I watched the movie Her,
Yes, let's
Her.
talk about her.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it. So it's like the Spike Jones film with Joaquin Phoenix and the
Joaquin.
voice of Scarlett Johansson. I didn't realize that
They should have
Scarlett.
awards for voice acting. Jesus.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
like the Oscars and shit. Def-
Um. So yeah, yeah, that would be cool actually. Then you could have like video games in there as well. That would be nice.
No, it still needed to be in
A feature film.
in a film
And then
genre.
that
Like,
then we would just go to like to animated films and stuff, I guess.
yeah, but they deserve it. I mean, there's a
Uh,
lot of good voice actors that like work on all sorts of stuff.
okay.
And they're
So
really good. Yeah.
anyway, uh, what I didn't realize is that Scarlett. I was surprised that Scarlett Johansson wasn't like in the film. She's not like in one frame. It's just
Yeah,
her voice.
yeah, I noticed that too. That was
But
really cool.
yeah,
Be-
but the thing was, I didn't like. It didn't like. I wasn't like encapsulated. What is that word? I wasn't like engrossed in the story the way I should be because I felt like I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy that they could just create. We're gonna go into spoilers, by the way. So, like, yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Um.
Snape
So
kills Harry.
Harry, no. So so yeah, when they first, what I would like to happen, because he just like it starts out with Joaquin Phoenix just being sad. He's just sad and he's pathetic and he's just fucking sad.
Play sad song number 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's actually a line from the film. Play fucking sad song. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought. So yeah, he just like buys this operating system for his computer and phone and everything, and it's just like, hello, I am Scarlett Johansson. Just from the get go, it's just like, here is a digital person that's supposed to evolve on its own, and it was a person. It was like I could hear that was Scarlett Johansson speaking. It wasn't like any sort of hinting that she was a computer or anything. I mean, she was a computer because she was a computer. She was an operating system, but she talked like a person, and I just didn't buy it. I mean, it just sounded like a person to me. I don't know.
If they're able to create an OS that is an artificial intelligence that is um, so evolved that it actually can teach itself and learn from others without being reprogrammed, you would imagine that they had a binary to voice kind of converting system that is as lifelike as possible. I mean, it's the fucking future.
Yeah.
I mean, the
They actually go into that. It's one of the, because the story arc is like they develop this relationship, and like as with all relationship, it has like this low point where they kind of like break up and stuff, but it's like almost, it's like drama, right? So they actually, the like catalyst for them breaking up is Joaquin Phoenix. What's the character name? I don't remember. It was like Gilbert.
Theodore.
Yeah, Theodore. So he says to the voice that is Scarlett Johansson, he says,
Samantha.
yeah, he says, why do you breathe? Why do you exhale? Because she does like this thing where she goes,
Yeah.
or something.
Exercise or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And he asks her, why did you do that? You're a fucking machine. So it's just like, that's like, that was my thing. I was just like, yeah, that's what I said, you know? And she just fucking flips her shit and just like, I'm a robot, but I'm trying to be human.
It's basically the same thing with Blade Runner. Blade Runner. It's the same thing where the quote-unquote machine has such a developed artificial intelligence that it kind of has to emulate us humans to the point where it isn't gonna restrict itself to to the logic of, I'm a machine, so I don't need to eat and I don't need to do this and that, but I'm actually a real thing, because I mean, maybe she's not a human, but she's a person. The AI
she's not, though.
Is advanced enough for her to be considered a person.
No, but
she's a sentient being.
But that's like the whole thing about the movie, because spoilers, here's the spoiler. It ends with all the OSs leaving, right? So that just means she developed to a point where she couldn't exist within like time. She existed outside of time, basically, because the last speech she has with Theodore before she leaves is that he's him speaking to her. Every word there was like this gap between every word. That was a really long time for Samantha, like Scarlett Johansson, but it was mere seconds for him. So it's like she developed to that point where she had like grown away from humanity, so she couldn't she says it's like reading a book, and I can't be reading your book anymore. I need to like do my own thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I don't know. I thought the movie it's like really cinematographic beautiful. It's like really like they put a lot of effort into getting all the shot compositions right and all that. So every frame is like really beautiful. But it's basically a story about how he got divorced, and it was really sad, and then he tries to date other girls.
What the
Uh,
fuck was up with him turning down Olivia Wilde?
yeah, my God, that scene, fucking those eyes. I was just looking at them. If you see the movie Her, check out the scene where he speaks, where he says goodnight to Olivia Wilde, and her eyes in that scene is just fucking. I can't even believe it. So yeah,
I sent you a link on Skype.
fucking Spike Jonze Her. I would definitely recommend it because it's like a thought provoking film, and it's those are kind of good.
It's not a comedy, it's a romantic drama, kind of existential, yeah, thought-provoking, philosophical movie. Um, but I think all in all, it's a nice mix of things.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
If you like um
if
what's
the
it?
future is going to be like that, it's like, oh
Oh
shit,
fuck!
it's
I hope we
beautiful.
dress better than that.
I mean, who the fuck cares if it's comfortable?
The clothes or the
Yeah, I mean,
those pants were not comfortable. He's
maybe not.
if you watch it again, he's wearing the same pair of trousers during the whole fucking thing. I'm not even kidding. It's the same pair of.
Maybe it's like normal in the future to have like if you like something, you have like 10 pairs of it,
Dude,
like
I'm like
like I
that.
do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
I
have.
have one.
So I have some hoodies with like a zip up and shit. And I used to have like 5 of them, and now I only have 3. But they're all black. They're all different. It's not the same kind, but there's all hoodies. They're all totally black. They have a zipper, and they look the same. So people always like, oh, well, didn't you wear that yesterday? And no, it's a different one.
Yeah,
And only have jeans anyway. I don't like any other pants.
yeah.
I mean trousers.
That's the worst. That's the worst thing. I hate nothing more than going out shopping for trousers or pants or whatever. Because so I just stopped doing that like a couple of years ago, and I just bought the same pair of black pants from the same dealership like every time. So if you see me outside, I'm probably gonna wear black like cotton pants or whatever.
I always have the problem with my size. I'm like
Like
a I'm a
sides.
special trouser size.
Oh,
I'm
your
like a
size, not your sides. Yeah, all right.
uh, yeah, I'm like a 28, 29,
Right.
which is like that's a really
I don't even know the sizes anymore. I'll just buy the medium.
that's a really tiny size, so they often don't have it.
Are
Then
you
I need a really
short person?
I need a good cut. Like my waist is tiny, so but my feet are long. My legs are like really long, so
Can you hear the train outside now? Like on my microphone?
yeah. Now that you're
Yeah, it's a train that goes by my house every night at 1:30, and yeah, every night at the same time that noise comes, and it's
that's
just
so
like
cool. You should write a novel.
it's basically time to go to bed. That's yeah. But I don't have class until fucking 1 o'clock tomorrow. It's nice.
12:15, but I have to be there a bit earlier to read the fucking chapter.
Yeah, and masturbate in the bathroom.
At the library.
Yeah,
So
you never done that, you weirdo.
it's the medical library. It's kind of awkward
Oh,
to be
even
masturbating there
better.
because the toilets are like inside the library, so you kind of have to walk from the computer area to the toilets, and I'm pretty sure if it's like early in the morning, I mean, last time I was like the first person there that day. Uh, so if it's early in the morning, everyone would be able to hear you probably.
You should try.
Like, what the fuck? No, I have to read the chapter. Last time, I was there early on Tuesday, and I like spent all the time just. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I can read it in an hour. And then I started an hour before the class started, and I was like, I got to like page 5 of 25, and I was like, oh no, fuck. I have to actually spend some time reading.
Yeah, that's the worst. Fucking reading.
But I have to do it this semester because it was such a pain last year in the exam time. But this time it's much better because I only have 2 exams, and it's gonna be fucking easy as fuck.
Sweet.
It's gonna be better, man.
It's gonna be good. So now that I'm back in Stensha and we're back from Germany and stuff, we'll probably start pumping these podcasts out a bit more regularly. This is like episode
Yeah.
4, I think.
Let's try to. Like today, you told me you were gonna be home soon, and then you didn't come on Skype and anything. You didn't answer, and I
I
was
didn't
like, because
answer.
yeah, because I said like, I mean, I didn't say I had raid, but I had raid, and it was kind of like, and then you call an hour and a half before the raid starts, and I was like, yeah, well, that's that's good timing, and you were at home, but you didn't answer me on Skype, so
Yeah.
we should
What's your point?
but you should try to be a bit more efficient. If you tell me you're gonna be home and I say yeah I'm home too, so we can record, you gotta get on Skype.
um. Yeah, I was on Skype.
Because when I say I have time to record, it doesn't mean like in 5 hours I'm gonna have time. That doesn't automatically mean that.
No, but when I say I'm gonna be
We have to
home,
communicate for this relationship to work, okay?
relation station. Yeah. All right. Are we gonna have a guest
That's
on next
that's
time? Do you
basically
think?
what you need for every relationship, communication. Because miscommunication is the death of every relationship.
Damn. Fucking.
Damn. Dropping some truth bombs at
This
the
is
end.
the relation station. Um. Do you want to have a guest on next week or?
Sure. Cool.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well. We'll see. I mean, it's I don't know how well is that's gonna go. Like, if we have a guest, maybe they'll be like totally unserious and stuff.
You're gonna have Bege.
Yeah.
He's not gonna come on. We would
No.
have to call him like without telling him, and then
Why?
just
Why are you speaking English now, bro?
and then he was just gonna go.
She's just
Yeah,
gonna
gonna
leave.
leave.
Yeah,
Like
just gonna leave.
fuck off. Like then leave.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've been running a long time. I think we should call it a day.
Yeah, I have to sleep.
Sleep is for
I
the
need
weak.
that REM and NREM sleep.
What's NREM?
Non-REM.
Oh, I could have
Rapid eye movement.
I
Yo.
could have figured that one out. I want to talk about lucid dreaming, but I think we'll do that next time.
Uh,
So stay tuned to next time where we
do you need
discuss
my
lucid dreaming.
semi-professional input?
No?
Do I have to read up on it?
Yeah, yeah, dude, that'd be great. If you could like drop some facts and stuff, fucking citation
Yeah,
station
yeah.
and all that. So okay, you know what we haven't done this episode, and I just think it's hilarious if people
You
actually
didn't
do this.
freestyle rap.
No, we did that some of that on the beginning.
No, I just said validation station.
Yeah, but you know how we told people to slap themselves in the face?
Oh, you did that.
Yeah, okay, I did that. But
Okay, maybe I did that.
I just think it's so funny if just like somebody out there, like anywhere, just slap
Yeah.
themselves in the face because we told them to on the
Here's
validation
the
station.
validation station challenge for you,
Listener.
Facebook challenge people.
What?
You have to slap yourself on the balls.
What? Nobody
And
is
if you
gonna
don't
do
have
that.
balls, you have to slap someone else.
What?
And then endure their wrath.
Dude, we're gonna get sued or something. But yeah,
And
if you
we
could,
don't
please, if you're listening to this, just give yourself a little slap on the
We
face.
don't
Just
promote-
just a little slap.
promote
Nothing
violence.
It was just, it would make me happy. It would make me so happy if you do that. Just right now, okay? We'll do it together. And that's gonna be the ending. That's gonna be the end bit where we all slap ourselves in the face, alright? Are you down with that? Hello?
Sure.
Okay, so thank you for listening. I've been Jones.
And I've been Ramsey.
And we're kind of sad now. No, but thank you for listening. Please share this because nobody really listens to this unless you tell people about it, and yeah, and stuff. So have a good one.
Tell your dad.
Tell
Tell
your
your
dad. Tell your dad.
Tell your mom.
No, don't.
Tell your dog. Tell your pets.
Your mom is not gonna like this
Tell-
podcast.
Tell the mailman. I mean
Okay.
the post person.
Postal person. Okay, so thank you all for listening ever so much.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Good night and fuck off. 3, 2, 1, slap in the face. Okay, guys, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Ah!